Hello everyone and welcome. Thank you for joining me tonight. I thought I would come on live and show you how I created this card that I made for World Card Making Day, Colour Inspiration Challenge number 123. It has just gone live at 7 o'clock tonight. And this is the card that I made. I was inspired by the lovely Ruth Trice from Artful Stamping. And I watch her videos quite a bit, and I've actually done classes with her as well. So she's the one that has inspired me to make this tonight. The stamp sets that I've used to create this, only two, which is a bit of a shock for this kind of stamping. Dahlia Days, and I've used the trio of leaves here, the little flowers here, and this lovely foliage image down here in the corner. And then I've used Forever Fern, which will be a forever favorite in my collection, which is it's a great stamp set for foliage images and is a go-to of mine when I'm doing this kind of stamping. So just two little stamp sets. The colours for Colour Inspiration Challenge were Blushing Bride, Soft Succulent, Evening Evergreen and Shaded Spruce. And when I saw these colours, I just loved the softness that I felt. It has such a lovely, gentle vibe to it. So I wanted to create a card that echoed that. So, if you're joining me tonight, welcome. If you're in Australia, I hope you're nice and warm. And if you're joining me from somewhere else, I hope you're enjoying the weather wherever you are. If it's in the Northern Hemisphere, I'm hoping that you've got lovely spring, early summer weather, and I hope it's going to be a wonderful day for you. Okay, now for this card you will need a card base. Now I do a custom card base with our cardstock here in Australia. My card bases measure half the width of our A4, which is 4 1/8, and then I score that at 5 3/4, and then I fold it, and then what happens is that you trim that little extra bit off, and it's about another 1/8 of an inch or something, and that will give me a card that measures 4 1/8 by 5 3/4. You will need a piece of basic white cardstock for your stamping, and I've cut mine down to 1/2 inch less on two sides, and that will give you a nice border all the way around. You'll also need a piece of white cardstock for the center of your card. I've just cut that a little bit bigger, just cut it down to whatever size you prefer. And you'll also need a scrap of the Blushing Bride for your sentiment here. These little beauties, brushed brass butterflies, and you need to say it that slowly, otherwise you get all tongue-tied. But I absolutely love these gorgeous little jewels. you will need the Label Me Lovely punch. Is that possibly what it's called? But anyway, you'll need a punch to, once you stamp out your sentiment, and you'll need a punch and punch that out to place that in the center. And to help me with my stamping, I grabbed just something, this was on my desk, just something round, and I'm going to draw around that just to guide my stamping. So we'll draw around that in pencil, and then when you're finished, we'll erase that out. So, okay, let me say good evening to you lovely people. Heidi and Myrtle, good evening. Who else is here? Sharon. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Bev. I think I've said hello to you already. So let's get started. I'm going to grab the smaller piece of basic white cardstock. And like I said, just to guide my stamping, I'm just going to kind of towards the top and just gently draw around it in pencil. Very lightly. It's very light, and that's all you need, just so that you can kind of see where you need to go. And my stamp pads, I'll get them all out. Now, when I'm stamping like this, I like to use a lighter ink for my backgrounds. So I've taken one of the larger leaf images, this one here. I've grabbed it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp second generation to create a background, and that gives the effect of there's depth there. So we will go ahead and do that. And I've kind of gone up into the top left corner. That is right, isn't it? Because we were just having a bit of a chuckle about this with a group of friends earlier, about left, right, and the other left, which is right. So second generation again, and I'm going to go down into the bottom right. And that's all I'm going to do with that particular stamp. I've grabbed this image here from Forever Fern, and I'm going to actually do that in first generation soft succulent. And we're going to kind of go around, slowly filling in. Slowly filling in that circle. Okay, so that's my soft succulent. I will need that again a little later. This is the little trio of leaves from Dahlia Days, and I'm going to stamp that in Shaded Spruce. And I'm going to actually now go over the top of the images that I've already laid down. And we're going to fill in, start filling in all those areas. I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to actually go in again with second generation, and I'll go here, and I will go first. Oh, I've just stamped that wrong. That's Evening Evergreen. Whoops. Bummer. Never mind. That's all right. We'll keep going. And we'll go here. Cool. Right. Do I need that again? No, I don't. So let's close that one up. Evening Evergreen. I'm going to grab this lovely ferny kind of image, and I'm going to now try and close in the rest of that circle just a little bit more. We're going to go full strength. Stamping over what we've already stamped, which will give us depth. I love this stamp, I've got to say. I use it a lot, and I might just do a second generation over there. So there we have our circle. I kind of think that there needs to be something in here. So let's put another one in here, like so. I think that might do, we'll see. Okay, so that's pretty much it for my Evening Evergreen. I will close that up. Okay. Now to bring in the Blushing Bride, that was part of our challenge, I've grabbed the Trio of Flower image here, also once again from Dahlia Days, and I'm going to just now stamp this on the outer perimeter of where the leaves or the foliage has been stamped, and we're kind of like just wherever there's a space, wherever there's a gap, there's really no right or wrong. Okay, that might do. And because when you're stamping this way, and my lovely friend Glenna will tell you, all stamping needs to have dottage before it's finished. We're going to add some dottage now. Now the purpose of dottage is to soften your stamping and probably cover up any boo-boos and to fill in any gaps. So we just randomly add some dottage. Using again first and second generation stamping. Don't be afraid to go over what you've stamped. I might just, cool. All right, so that's that part done. I'm going to just leave that sit there for now, and I will let that dry while I stamp the greeting. Now the greeting has also come from Dahlia Days. And I'm going to use my Stamparatus because, you know, live video and all that. And I'm going to use Evening Evergreen to stamp this. Make sure that that's going to work. Just move this over a bit more. Ink it up. And I might just do that again because because we're not stamping on white cardstock, it takes a little bit more ink to get it to stand out a little bit more, and I'm liking that. Let me just clean that off. Put that out the road. I'll grab my punch. Oof. And I might need to just trim this down a bit because it's just a little bit big. And it's not going to fit in there. So kind of come in. Does that look straight? And we're going to punch that. Now, because I don't think it's going to stand out quite enough, what I've gone and done is I've gone and run my label now very gently through my ink pad. Just gently, because you don't want to damage your ink pad. And what that does is that just puts a little bit of colour around the outside, like so. Just adds a little bit of definition. All right, now dimensionals. Where are my dimensionals? Of course, you add as many or as few as you like. Quite happy with 4. That should do it. Take the backs off that. And oh no, wait, before I stick that down, I want to just very gently take away that pencil mark. Cool. All right, done. And we will, this is a bit tricky because I have my camera over my head. There we go, done. Now, where's my butterflies? Here we go. Okay, rules of design, everyone says that you should use odd numbers, but you know, rules are meant to be broken, and you can use, once again, as many or as few as you like. I personally like, I'm just going to use my fingers. Oh, no. There we go. So that's our card front. I'm going to get my glue and stick that on. My personal preference is Tombow. I live in a very hot and usually humid part of Queensland in Australia, and I find that I can trust Tombow to keep things stuck down. Okay, so there's our card front. Now for the inside of the card, what I've gone and done is added a couple of images, top left, bottom right, and a little bit of dottage, and I've just used soft succulent again, something just very subtle. I will need to clean this off though, just to make sure that there's, and I will dry that just in case there's moisture on there. Cool. All right. Now what did I do with my card? All right. Once again, second generation. Because I don't want to overpower the inside, and I will grab this one and we'll just add, where did I go with this one before? Now this one is first generation. There we go. And not to be forgotten, just a little bit of dottage. Just to soften what's going on. Cool, there you have it. That's for the inside. And we will glue this on the inside. There. That's it, ladies. Done. Thank you so much. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Ruth Trice. I watch her videos. She's on YouTube, and if you like what you've seen, I've got ink all over my fingers. Gross. If you like what you've seen tonight, I suggest that you go and check out some of her videos. She's a wizard at this technique, and she stamps A4 sheets of cardstock in amazing designs and patterns. So yeah, this just touches it doesn't even touch what she can create. So, but anyway, there we have it. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. I hope I've inspired you to maybe give this technique a try. I have to say that the products that I've used tonight are available in my online store, which you can go to through my website, which is here. So yeah, I hope that you've enjoyed this, and I'm going to try and do this regularly now of a Wednesday night. See how I go. I need to try and do this a little bit more regularly than what I have been doing. So I hope that you will join me again next week, and we'll see you all again soon. Okay, bye for now.